Hey guys, there's a lot of people spreading a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt regarding the Steemit platform. These individuals are making claims that Steemit is some type of scam, that it's some kind of pyramid scheme, that it's some type of Ponzi scheme, and that the owners or the creators of the Steemit platform, who are Ned and Dan, are trying to defraud the users and or investors into investing or engaging in a fraudulent platform. Now I'm going to take the time to help clarify what Steemit is and to debunk these myths that Steemit is some type of scam and explain very clearly why I don't believe that it's a scam. Now, whether it's sustainable or not is another question for another video, I feel very confident that Steemit is not a scam after researching the platform and gaining a pretty solid grasp of what it's all about. So right now, a little brief overview. If you are new to this concept, if you've never heard of Steemit before, I'll provide a small explanation of what it is, although the main function area of this video is not to get into the deep details. Steemit is essentially a social media platform that is built on top of a blockchain. It is very much like Reddit in the sense that users upvote other users' content, but instead of gaining karma rewards like on Reddit, you gain, or a user gains, monetary rewards based on a cryptocurrency token that is inbuilt into the Steemit blockchain. Now, the reason that people think that Steemit is a scam is because a lot of users have been gaining what's been referred to as too good to be true rewards. Some users have been gaining up to thousands of dollars for posting content on the internet, on the Steemit platform. How could this be true? Because it doesn't seem to match market signals, right? If you go to write for Vice magazine, if you go to write for the New York Post or the New Yorker, it's very unlikely, even working for those prestigious journalistic magazines, that you can make as much as you can on Steemit. And that is because Steemit is a new kind of economic system that is outside the scope of the old models of rewarding users based on fiat currency or based on generalized ownership of a magazine or a journalistic endeavor. The Steemit platform is based on what's referred to as delegated proof of stake on the cryptocurrency mining network. And what this means in terms of why the rewards look so large is because of a pile-on effect. If users subjectively value certain content and they upvote that content depending on their stake in the Steemit platform, it adds on rewards or cryptocurrency tokens. Now, on a blockchain, generally with Bitcoin, miners have usually received all of the rewards of that token. But in delegated proof of stake networks like Steemit, whoever upvotes are essentially transferring those rewards to the content that they like. Now, the reason why people think Steemit is a scam coin, because it's an app coin, is because traditionally a lot of these scam coins have just used proof of stake mining, and proof of stake would just mean that whoever owns the largest stake in that coin or in that platform will directly receive the mining rewards. But in delegated proof of stake, hence the word delegated, those mining rewards are spread out or delegated based on upvoting. So just because you own a high stake in Steemit or in the cryptocurrency does not guarantee you to earn more cryptocurrency or to get cryptocurrency or Steemit rewards from the platform. So this right here is essential to understanding, and we'll get more into the scams in a minute, but this is essential to understanding why Steemit is not the traditional scam coin, because the rewards are delegated. The people who are highly staked in it aren't just automatically getting all the rewards so they can do some type of pump and dump scheme because they have an idea that the content is going to be useless in the future. Now, there is, of course, a new type of economic theory that is involved in whether Steemit will work over the long term. And Ned has explicitly stated that he is testing a new economic theory, and that new economic theory is to see if the value of Steemit or the value of a cryptocurrency will increase as the number of individuals involved in those cryptocurrency communities increases. So that is kind of a new idea to see if based on subjective proofs of value, if the value will increase based on more users. Now, as previously mentioned, that doesn't make it a scam just because that's the case. And we now understand that it's definitely not a scam because of how delegated proof of stake systems work. Now, why isn't it a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme? Very briefly, a Ponzi scheme requires initial investors, and then it requires the stakeholders or the creators to bring new investors on board and then pay old investors back with new funds. The thing with Steemit is that there is no investment required. This is a blockchain that is producing cryptocurrency tokens based on delegated proof of stake. There's no investment required. Now, as Dan and Ned have pointed out, a lot of the funds are propped up from speculation capital, but all that is people who see value in the currency putting money into the currency. That's not a scam. That's just speculation, like speculation in stocks, securities, or any other kind of monetary asset, right? So why isn't it a pyramid scheme now? A pyramid scheme generally requires not only investment, but it also requires recruitment. For a pyramid scheme to function, the top stakeholders have to get people below in the pyramid to recruit new users or new investors to bring money rising to the top, where newer users don't get paid as much and all the money is already channeled to the top stakeholders. In Steemit, that's not the case. Nobody is required to recruit anybody. Nobody is required to invest in anything. They're just required to post content and receive rewards. Yes, speculation capital is occurring like in any other business or organization with shares or stocks or securities or any of these monetary assets. With this being said, it should be very clear why Steemit is not a scam or some type of scheme. Most of the people who are leveraging these arguments don't have a fundamental understanding of the mining process and how it works. But yes, I can understand why their suspicions have functioned the way they are, because it is true that a lot of what they call app coins and also scam coins by default is because of the original proof of stake mining, which simply rewarded the early investors or the early creators and just got them more rich so they could pump and dump all of that money they made, make a quick profit, and then retreat from the system. The Steemit platform is set up in very transparent ways that prevent that from occurring. Sure, a lot of the stake and the assets are centralized onto the early creators, Dan and Ned, and the other developers and the witnesses involved in propagating the Steemit platform. But the only reason that is the case is for the temporary purposes of making sure the platform is running the way that it's supposed to. And decentralization can be slowly metamorphosed into, right? So it's slowly moving into decentralization to make sure the platform is functioning the way that it should function. And again, this doesn't make make it a scam or a scheme, Dan and Ned were very transparent about this, especially since BitShares, this was something they learned from the BitShares platform. It seemed to not function as well when it either stayed centralized or it didn't get decentralized as much over time. And I think the idea behind that was, in my opinion, instant decentralization wouldn't necessarily be good for a revolutionary and innovative platform such as Steemit. Now, there were a few technical details and a few technical thoughts that I brought to bear, and I am going to say that I am not an expert, that I'm not an absolute expert on Steemit. So if I happen to get any of the facts wrong or made some minor errors, you guys feel free to correct me in the comment box below or on the Steemit comments, because I will be posting this on the Steemit platform. But I really hope that I helped clarify why Steemit is not a scam.